How did it get to this? Right now, I'm trapped inside this car, surrounded by burning zombies. I know what you're thinking. There's no way you could survive that. But what if I tell you, this is how I survived Project Zomboid's most absolute hardest difficulty? So, what makes it so hard anyway? Well, just take a look at this. Easy, right? Even an absolute loser Bozo can just walk away from them. But, what if they started to run? Suddenly, conventional combat is almost pointless. Even a single zombie is tricky to deal with, let alone two or more. What about running away? Well, they will chase you down wherever you go. There is no escape. And that's not even putting all their senses to the max. Oh yes, these are going to be eagle-eyed, tough, and pinpoint-hitting zombies. And one more thing, I'm going to set the zombie population to the max on day 1. So, why am I doing this? Well, there's a good possibility that I might be insane.
Top pop sprinters, insane. Absolutely insane. Why would you do that to yourself?
Or I might like the idea of beating games in their absolute hardest difficulty.
Looking for ways for surviving 16 pop sprinters? Wow, dude. That is, wow. That's a challenge. Do you think it's possible? Yeah, I do actually. I think someone's done it.
So what do you actually need to do? I actually showed you guys earlier what you needed. Just 2 things actually. A working vehicle and a fire starter. Right now, Bozo is perfectly safe inside of the car, as long as the driver's side is against a wall or another vehicle. Now all Bozo needs to do is just to sit and wait until all the zombies around him burn to death. It sounds so simple, right? Yeah, no. You see, in all of Knox County, there's only one spawn point where you might possibly get all that you need at the start of the game. And even if you spawn at the right place, you might just get nothing at all. Ay, wala naman yung kotse. You don't want to know how many bozos I have sacrificed just to get the perfect conditions. Or do you? Here's a bunch of dead runs and the reasons why. Eventually, after many deaths, you will get the perfect conditions. Uy, may susi. Tapon! Yes! Oh my god, ang dami. Ang dami. Well, I guess now would be a good time to introduce who is actually driving the car. Meet Bozo Loser, an absolutely awful character who has no right to survive a zombie apocalypse such as this. He has no fitness, no strength, no skill in many categories. There's also a good possibility that he might be an alcoholic, since he woke up naked inside of a bar. I guess we're going to have to make do. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's done, right? Just stay inside of the car, don't move, and let all the zombies burn out. Again, no, it's not. I'm sure some of you keen-eyed Project Zombie players have already noticed this particular noodle. What is it? Well, simply put, if Bozo stays here for long enough, he is going to start to die from the corpses surrounding him. Sometimes, even if they die of fire, their corpses remain unburnt, and that piles up really quickly. So what is someone supposed to do then? Bozo cannot just stay in one place, and he cannot exit the vehicle since he would just get torn apart. Well, the solution is actually very easy. Just drive away. I know what you're thinking. How is that car in any condition to drive? Well, here's a secret. The car's engine cannot be damaged by zombies. How do I know this? Well, I was watching a private line video, specifically the run where the zombies were super sprinters.
That's not good. That's not good. I need to move this down a little bit more. Oh, please. You know, it's working. All right, it's working.
And this is where I noticed something very interesting.
You reap what you sow, you bastards. Okay, I'm gonna say that's the majority dealt with. Surprising we can still drive our car. Surprising we can still drive our car. Surprising we can still drive our car.
And that got me thinking, why was the car very drivable? He never bothered to check the car's condition after that,
It's
because,
just inside there and
well, he died. Knowing this, I decided to try a little testing myself. And that was it. It confirmed my suspicions that the zombies will only damage the bodywork and the windows. In other words, zombies will not damage the engine. That means I could just drive around from place to place spreading their fire like an Olympic flame. everything was going smoothly until the helicopter came. Now, I'm not actually afraid of the zombies themselves. What I am afraid of is the game crashing. You see, there's like this unknown bug in the game that no one seems to know about. But zombies that are on fire will not stay on fire once you load a game. So that means if you're going to do this, you're going to have to do this all in one go. I'm sure some of you have noticed by now that the time is moving in the game. Well, if you're wondering how long it took 11 in-game days to burn away most of the zombies in Riverside. That means it took 11 hours for me to pay attention to the game and make sure it doesn't crash or die. Or Bozo dies. By the end, let me tell you, I'm very cranky at it. So while we're waiting for the zombies to burn away, can I ask you to like the video? And maybe even subscribe. And if you're really generous, maybe donate to a super thanks. It would really make my day, and I wouldn't be asking if I wasn't desperate. I actually mean that I am desperate. Bakit meron pa? By day 11, Bozo has already run out of water, and he has been sustaining himself by drinking beer and wine. By this point, he has already run out of everything, not even a single bottle of bourbon. Ikaw sana yung huli. Well, it was already day 11. So every food that wasn't refrigerated was already rotten. Well, here he is today. Well, at least as far as I wanted to take this playthrough, he is properly well dressed now. Oh, that's a good size fish. Alright, I'm sure you're all wondering how long he has survived. Well, let's take a look then. 1 month and 16 days. That should be a record for something. Now, how many zombies killed? That's a big number. Let's just total it then. Okay, that should be a total of 29,960. Just 40 short of 30k. Okay, let's just do a short summary of what happened after the Great Burning. Well, I was lucky enough to find a generator in the city in one of those tool sheds. There was another helicopter event, but no zombies showed up, I guess. Let's do a little base tour. Okay, you've already seen the overpass towards the river. That's for easy access to fishing, even if there's going to be zombies outside. Bozo's little garden. None of the crops have been fully grown yet, but there should be more than enough food to sustain him indefinitely. Of course, the generator is outside and on top of a rooftop. Let's take a look at his bedroom. It's quite bare. He hasn't had the chance to go out and collect any decorations just yet. It's not yet on his priority list. The same could be said for the kitchen. It's more of functionality than decorative. Although, he does have a small collection of dead rodents to keep him company. Storage room, there's not much to see here. And it's time to see that. And he has to show you the car. It's absolutely total now. Maybe one day he'll fix it up. If it gets fixed, maybe he could drive it to Louisville and clear out Louisville the same way he did to Riverside. That could be a good sequel. Anyway, I'm not really sure what to do next with him. Maybe let me know in the comments, what do you think Bozo should do next? Or what kind of playthrough I should do next? I'll make sure to read all the comments and reply to as many as I can.